Last Tuesday, security cameras at a Cleveland Ferrari dealership captured something impossible. An 82-year-old woman in a Walmart vest shuffled onto the showroom floor, still wearing her name tag. She pointed at a cherry red Ferrari and said 5 words that made the salesman's jaw drop. "I'll take that one. Cash." When Martha Henderson calmly counted out $180,000 in crisp hundreds, the manager quietly called his FBI contact. What they discovered was far more shocking than money laundering. 6 months earlier, Martha's own daughter had been researching nursing homes. Martha couldn't remember her grandchildren's names. She'd gotten lost driving to a grocery store she'd shopped at for 40 years. Her brain scans showed what her doctor called catastrophic cognitive decline. Then something impossible happened. This woman who couldn't remember her own address was suddenly earning $6,000 a day. In just 90 days, she'd banked over $230,000. Her doctor was so alarmed by Martha's sudden genius-level intelligence he suspected she'd had a stroke or brain tumor and ordered immediate brain scans. When he compared the new scans to her old ones, he nearly dropped the files. "I've studied brains for 30 years, the doctor said. "This shouldn't be possible." At 82, Martha's brain had literally rewired itself. Her IQ jumped 40 points. Her memory became photographic. Her processing speed rivaled people half her age. All from a simple 7-second morning ritual she discovered online. The same ritual that's helped 47,824 people unlock brain power they never knew existed. In the next 3 minutes, you'll discover exactly what Martha did and how you can begin using this breakthrough method yourself today, no matter your age. But first, let me share how I discovered this. Hi there. My name is Dr. Orson McCoy, a professional neuroscientist and cognitive researcher. I live in Stanford, California with my lovely wife and 2 beautiful daughters. Plus, we take care of my aging mom, who's not as independent as she used to be. Outside of the lab, I coach soccer at my local high school, and every weekend I play fiddle in a local country music band. At work, I've always been fascinated by the intersection of audio and human intelligence. I thought there was huge potential to sound waves to magnify brain waves. So I've dedicated my career to working on advanced sound technology using audio stimulation to enhance brain power in exciting new ways. What I've learned over the years has astonished me, and when I explain everything, it will amaze you too. But to understand how this impacts you, the first step is to assess your current brain power. So please take a moment to try a simple experiment. I call it the keys test. Just look around your room right now. Can you instantly remember where you put your keys, wallet, and phone? If it takes longer than 3 seconds to recall all 3 locations, you've likely got the brain problem I'm about to reveal. And that's serious because it's like driving a car firing on 3 cylinders. Your mind is just spluttering along instead of accelerating at full speed. Everything in life becomes harder than it should be. Tasks that should be easy feel like lifting a boulder up a mountain. It's difficult to focus, you get brain fog, and important things slip your mind. Life speeds by while you're stuck in slow motion. You see others effortlessly climbing the ladder of success while you're barely keeping your head above water. And deep down, you fear this nightmare will never end. You'll never enjoy the rewards that are rightfully yours. How do I know all this? That's quite a story, so let me explain. As you know, I've dedicated my career to helping people make the most of their potential, leveraging the latest audio tech. I've had many successes over the years, but a few months ago, I finally achieved my biggest breakthrough by far. A game changer that's upended everything in the most spectacular way. You see, in all my years as a neuroscientist, there was always one big question that baffled me. Why are some people super smart, cruising to amazing success on autopilot, while most of us struggle just to get ahead? Sadly, this was a question to which science had no answer, because despite incredible medical advances, how the brain works remains a mystery. I always felt that if I could answer that one key question, it would be a huge leap forward. Now, conventional wisdom says the key to superintelligence is brain size. The bigger your brain, the smarter you are. Makes sense, right? But even after burning the midnight oil at the lab, I found no evidence to support this. The available research and studies had nothing to say on the subject. I was drawing blanks, yet I wasn't about to give up. The setback just made me more determined to find the answer. So I dug deeper, working into the small hours, night after night. And as dawn broke one morning, boom! It hit me. I had a eureka moment. I realized there was a simple way to solve the mystery. I would surely find the answer in the smartest brain ever known to science, that of Dr. Albert Einstein. Of course, we all know Einstein as the genius who devised the theory of general relativity, solving the deepest puzzles of the universe. His stunning intellect outsmarted even the top boffins of his day, leaving everyone else in the dust. So he must have had a gigantic brain, right? Well, actually, nope. Although it sounds incredible, brain size had nothing to do with it. My initial research revealed that Einstein's world-famous brain was actually 15% smaller than average. That's right. You probably have a bigger brain than the mighty Einstein. So the key to superintelligence is not brain size. It had to be something else. But what? I made it my mission to find out. And after weeks of painstaking research, I discovered the answer in the most unlikely place. Buried in the incredible story of what happened to Einstein's brain. This bizarre tale sounds like the plot of a suspense thriller or even a horror movie. Yet incredibly, it's 100% true. Here's what happened. On April 18, 1955, Albert Einstein passed away at Princeton, New Jersey. A local pathologist, Dr. Thomas Stoltz Harvey, was asked to perform the autopsy. It should have been a routine procedure. But when he held the famous brain in his hands, Dr. Harvey couldn't resist temptation. He wanted to keep this giant intellect for himself, to study the source of the great man's genius. So he decided to steal Einstein's brain. Instead of sewing the great mind back into the skull, he put it in a bucket and raced home. But things didn't go as Dr. Harvey planned. His terrible crime was soon discovered. He was forced to flee thousands of miles, with police in hot pursuit. For 40 years, Dr. Harvey lived a furtive, secretive life in the Midwest. He kept Einstein's brain in a cookie jar in his basement, studying it in his spare time. But without the right scientific training and equipment, all his efforts were in vain. It was only on his deathbed that he did the right thing. He returned Einstein's brain to Princeton University to be studied by the world's top neuroscientists. And the results of this recent research have been astonishing. Thanks to new lab techniques and procedures, Einstein's amazing brain is finally giving up its secrets. And they are not what anybody expected. Brain researchers from the University of California at Berkeley made the first discoveries. Professor Marion Diamond wanted to know if Einstein's brain had any unique features that would explain his exceptional cognitive abilities. By studying slices of brain matter, her team determined that the great man's brain was indeed quite different. But the biggest surprise of all came when researchers applied new digital analysis to study one critical part of Einstein's brain. That part was the corpus callosum. Now, you may know that your brain is divided into two halves called hemispheres. The left hemisphere controls logical activities like doing math and solving problems, and the right hemisphere focuses on creative activities such as music and art. But for the brain to be truly intelligent, the two hemispheres must work together and share information. That's where the corpus callosum comes in. This thick bundle of nerve fibers acts as the bridge between the two hemispheres, allowing them to communicate and work together. Of course, the more nerve connections there are, the better the connection. And here's the thing. When the scientists analyzed Einstein's corpus callosum, they found it was much thicker than normal. In fact, it was like a 12-lane superhighway, packed with millions of extra nerve fibers and axons. The evidence was clear. This was what made Einstein's extraordinary genius possible. His thick, highly developed corpus callosum was the engine that drove his superior intellect. This allowed his brain to fire optimally on all four cylinders, drawing 100% of IQ power from both hemispheres. The corpus callosum was particularly dense in regions associated with high-level processing, visualization, and abstract thought. The result? Maximum creativity combined with advanced logic. And that is how Einstein was able to conceive ingenious ideas and solve the most challenging problems. As I read these eye-opening research papers, I knew I was onto something big. It was clear that Einstein's colossal corpus callosum was the key to his superintelligence. Yet there was something that puzzled me. As a young child, Einstein hadn't been smart at all. In fact, he was a slow learner who didn't start speaking until he was 3 years old. So how had this dumb kid transformed himself into the genius of later years? Intrigued, I read every biography of Einstein I could find, and I soon struck gold. I found new significance in something that had previously seemed unimportant. At the age of 6, Einstein started playing the violin, practicing for several hours a day. And this daily passion remained with him for the rest of his life. Whenever he was stuck on a crazy hard math problem, he would pick up his violin and play. And soon, the answer he needed would pop into his head. In short, Einstein's violin playing and his genius were inseparable. The one led inevitably to the other. As soon as I read this, my mind raced and my heart beat faster. In fact, I wondered if perhaps divine intervention had led me to this discovery. Because as I mentioned earlier, my career has been all about using special audio frequencies to stimulate the mind and enhance brain power. In short, I was the perfect person to use this radical new information to my advantage. As a fiddle player myself, I knew the violin produces rich harmonies that could have a positive effect on the brain. Plus, the violin is an instrument that's held right next to the musician's head, allowing these special frequencies to penetrate deep into the brain. I always found that playing the fiddle helped me feel mentally sharp, and it stimulated my creativity too. So what if these rich harmonics and frequencies were key to growing the corpus callosum? Could Einstein's passionate violin playing be his secret sauce, the key to his immense intelligence? Imagine these unique, rich harmonics and alternating frequencies penetrating his brain for hours as he played, vibrating his corpus callosum day by day for decades, stimulating the growth of billions of nerve fibers and axons, catapulting his intelligence from average to superbrain status. Excited by the possibilities, I delved into our research archives for confirmation, and what I discovered blew my mind. One university had studied the brains of 5,700 creative people, musicians, and high achievers, and the results were astonishing. Every single one of them had a highly developed corpus callosum. Some were born that way, while others unknowingly developed it, just as Einstein had. But a strong corpus callosum was the one factor they all had in common. The link between this and genius-level brain power was undeniable. The more I worked on this hypothesis, the surer I was that I'd cracked the mystery. But how could I prove it? Get a volunteer to spend 30 years playing the violin, then measure the results? Heck, that was no good. I needed a solution that would work fast. I needed results in weeks, not decades. So I came up with a plan B. I would take a shortcut by applying the advanced tech we had in the lab. We would leverage the latest audio engineering technology, augmented by artificial intelligence. I got the top scientists on my team to conduct a series of experiments. Then I suggested my mom should be the guinea pig for the project. After all, she was getting older, and her mind wasn't as sharp as it used to be. Sometimes she'd wander into a room, then have no idea why she went there. Other times she'd hunt for her glasses, only to find she was wearing them the whole time. The engineers wired up her skull to the university supercomputer and started running tests. It soon became clear that I was right. In fact, the brain scans left us speechless. For the first time in medical history, we watched in real time as these harmonic, rich sound frequencies rewired Mom's corpus callosum, the same genius bridge that gave Einstein his supernatural mental power. But although the improvement was clear, it was slight. We needed a way to speed up the process and get rapid results. And that's where applying artificial intelligence paid huge dividends. We fed all the data into the supercomputer, including both my brain scans and all the data on Einstein's brain. Then we put the AI to work, crunching the numbers to find the optimal combination of frequencies and harmonies to get the most outstanding results. Even at supercomputer speed, the calculations took days, but it was well worth the wait. Because when we got the results back, they were eye-opening. In all my years as a leading audio engineer and scientist, I'd never considered stimulating the brain with such a weird combination. Could this possibly work? There was only one way to find out, so Mom sat in the test chair once again. Then my assistant played a special audio track featuring both the precise combination of frequencies and harmonies predicted by the supercomputer. We started calling this the neuroenergizer because it energized the brain to promote greater intelligence. We repeated the process daily to accelerate results. For the first few days, my mother said she didn't feel much different. I wondered if we were going down the wrong track. But within a week or two, we started to notice real improvements. And after testing different timings, we found that a 7-second session produced the best results. That was enough to produce a significant increase in neural connectivity. Mom said it was so easy, it was like a 7-second shortcut. Over the next few weeks, things just got better and better. My mom said the brain fog that plagued her was clearing up. She was able to focus without wandering off into a daydream. She seemed brighter and more on the ball than she had for years. At dinner, she was always the one with the witty comment and the quick comeback. Then she started making things for the home, something she'd never had any aptitude for previously. She started turning out beautiful pots, embroidery and needlework. She even made jewelry to sell at craft fairs for a nice profit. The results were so impressive, I had to try the method for myself. It was so easy and a lot of fun. I just sat in a comfy chair, listening to the soothing sounds through my headphones. And it wasn't long before I noticed the difference. Every day I woke up sharp and alert. I was more organized and efficient at work. Yet when I got home, I still had the mental energy to help my teenage daughters breeze through their math homework. Then I'd complete the newspaper crossword puzzle in record time. Most surprising of all, I started to have lots more ideas, very good ones too. In team meetings, I always seemed to be the one who came up with the perfect solution to a problem, and it was effortless. I was outsmarting my younger colleagues, feeling a delightful rush of mental power. My boss was so impressed. I got a pay rise. My willpower grew stronger too. I was no longer tempted to eat candy bars and other unhealthy snacks. I started to lose weight, and before long, I was in the best shape of my life. My wife loved the smarter, slimmer, more successful version of me, and that revitalized our love life. We were happier than we'd been for years. The change was astonishing, and it happened so fast. As the Neuroenergizer supercharged my brain, things just kept getting better. Having seen just how powerful the Neuroenergizer was, I knew I had to develop the concept further. This was the key to helping regular folks unlock their true brain potential and live life to the max. Because let's be honest, what other choice do you have? How else can you reignite the power of your corpus callosum and supercharge your brain? You could do what Einstein did and play the violin 3 hours a day for the next 30 years. That will work. But ain't nobody got time for that. The next option is to invest in those expensive manifestation programs, ones that promise the world but deliver next to nothing. But that pseudoscience has been debunked, and you'll just be throwing good money after bad. The third requires you to get up at 4 a.m. every day, like Tim Cook, CEO of Apple. He meditates for an hour, then heads for the gym at 5 a.m. It's a tough regime, but it works for him. The final choice is to use a biofeedback machine to stimulate brain activity. This is very effective, but a course of treatment could set you back $10,000. So maybe leave that one to Elon Musk. Luckily, there's a fourth option which is much more practical, and that's to use the Neuroenergizer. This is by far the simplest and most cost-effective option, and as I know from personal experience, it works like gangbusters. I knew that nobody wants to get up at the crack of dawn, wait for decades, or spend thousands of dollars on treatment. So I continued my research into the Neuroenergizer. We refined our system, combining the special combination of frequencies and harmonies into a single powerful audio track that's easy to listen to. We tested the improved solution on our colleagues and family members, and you're gonna love this. The results were off the charts. Our volunteers simply listened to the audio track for 7 seconds per day. Within weeks, they started seeing life-changing results, leaving us gasping in amazement. We measured their corpus callosums growing at a phenomenal rate. Soon their brain scans were off the charts, matching those of the 5,700 geniuses in the university study. A graduate research student scored top marks in his academic thesis, making him the star of his faculty. Another colleague finally finished the screenplay he'd been working on and sold it for a small fortune. One team member used the audio track to help his grandmother, who'd been showing signs of dementia. After a few weeks of trying the method, Grandma's brain was as sharp as a razor once more. This 76-year-old was able to play bridge with her friends once more. She even started to learn computer programming. She became unstoppable. My wife was intrigued by all this, so she asked to try it too. Did it work? Hell yeah! After being stuck in her career for years, she broke through the glass ceiling, landing a big promotion and a corner office, and a $100,000 bonus. Others have used this method to increase their willpower. One man was able to quit smoking after decades of trying, and his wife, she stopped overeating and dropped 42 pounds of fat. She threw all her fat clothes in the trash and started wearing slim, sexy clothes that drove her hubby wild with desire. I was astonished at how many people were finally able to realize their full potential. With their brains humming at maximum power, they were knocking it out of the park in so many ways. People of all ages and backgrounds were making more money, becoming more popular, and getting into the best shape of their lives. They were now just as smart as the 5,700 geniuses in the university study. Thanks to their new Einstein brains, they could accomplish almost anything. Once we realized how amazingly well the Neuroenergizer worked, we decided to share it with more people. We turned it into a digital product so that anyone worldwide can enjoy the benefits. And then we invited beta testers all over the world to try it. The reaction has been extraordinary. Already, 92,653 people have seen their lives transformed, flooding our inboxes with happy messages and leaving raving 5-star reviews. The impact has been much greater than I imagined. Of course, that's because it's the first and only product developed specifically to turbocharge your intelligence. Just think, up till now, you've struggled through life with an underdeveloped corpus callosum. That's blocked your brain power and stopped you from accomplishing your big goals in life. But now you can put those days of disappointment behind you. Instead, you can grow your brain like Einstein, opening up a vista of new, exciting possibilities. You won't have to be born lucky, and you won't have to spend decades developing your corpus callosum like Einstein. You get to take the fast track. Whatever your age, you'll be able to turbocharge your brain, just like my mom and so many others. You too can be like the 5,700 smartest people in the world, becoming a high achiever who knocks it out of the park time and time again. You'll be free to accomplish whatever you want, and no one will be able to stop you. It's so easy. Anyone can do this. Just take the 7-second shortcut. Every day you spend a short time listening to the relaxing sound wave. You can do this on the sofa, lying in bed, or while driving in your car. As soon as you start, the process of supercharging your brain begins. The sound waves and frequencies vibrate this part of your brain, stimulating both hemispheres. The corpus callosum is forced into action to synchronize the music, forcing it to grow. It's just like building muscle at the gym. The more you exercise it, the more it grows. It starts to have an effect right away, even on the very first time you use it. So your life starts getting better from day one. The neuroenergizer stimulates your powers of logic, creativity, memory, coordination, and problem solving. You will find it easier to focus, learn, imagine, and remember. It's like a workout for your brain, but it happens while you relax in the comfort of your own home. You don't need to read, write, or even think. You just enjoy a few moments of peace while the energizing sound waves get to work, growing your brain like Einstein's. With your corpus callosum re-energized, you'll tackle any mental task with fresh energy. Great ideas will just pop into your head from nowhere. You'll always be the smartest person in the group, winning admiration from everyone. Imagine walking into any room and instantly owning it. You're no longer second-guessing yourself or struggling to keep up. Instead, you're the one with the quick comebacks and the game-changing ideas. Your laser-sharp focus will leave others in awe. With your new super brain operating on overdrive, everything in life will become so much easier. Whatever you want from life will be within your grasp. Problems that once baffled you will become easy to solve, as if the scales have fallen from your eyes. Instead of missing opportunities that are under your nose, you'll spot them right away and turn them to your advantage. For sure, you'll find it easy to attract money, giving you true financial freedom. Success will be drawn to you like a magnet. You'll always know the right thing to say and when to say it. That means you can get the big promotion you've always dreamed of, acing interviews and impressing everyone. Or you can quit your job and enjoy all the free time in the world. Go traveling, take up a new hobby, or just spend more time with your friends and loved ones. But that's just the start. With your new, smarter brain, you'll know exactly how to attract love into your life or strengthen an existing relationship. People will love to be in your company, and you'll be the center of attention. More surprisingly, your health will improve too, because excellent brain health is key to tip-top body health. You'll soon be slim, fit, bursting with energy and ready for whatever adventure comes your way. It will be just like having your own genie in a bottle. You can make any wish come true and finally live the life of your dreams. Even if you've experienced trauma that's suppressed your corpus callosum, you can finally regain the super brain you deserve. At last, you'll realize your full potential, becoming the person you always wanted to be. And the best part? With every passing day, this new hypercharged version of you just keeps getting better. You will become more unstoppable, more successful. As more neural connections grow, your IQ will soar to new heights. You'll be able to tackle projects you thought were beyond you. Learn Spanish for your vacation? Easy. Play your favorite songs on the guitar? No problem. Make $1 million in the stock market? You can do that too. And with your mind in tip-top shape, you'll notice the effect in other areas of your life. That's because your brain controls everything, from your health to your relationships. So you'll find it easier to lose weight and stay in shape, as well as having more energy. Your relationships will become stronger than ever, perhaps putting the romance back into your world. As for your career, there will be no stopping you. With your intelligence operating at full throttle, you'll be the rising star who gets the plum job, and with a pay packet to match, too. Or you could use your new skills to launch a business and take it to the moon, rub shoulders with billionaires, and enjoy the 5-star lifestyle. If you've ever wondered why some people have all the luck, you now know why. But instead of looking on with envy, You will become one of the chosen. With your brain optimally tuned, you'll see opportunities that others miss and make connections that others don't. Everything will fall into place, bringing abundance to you and your family. At last, you'll be able to show the world what you're truly capable of. And all those people who doubted you will have to eat their words. Because you'll be able to achieve life-changing outcomes. Like so many of our 92,653 delighted beta testers, you could get results like Sarah Muller, a teacher from Riverside, Oregon, who shared her experience. Before discovering this, I felt powerless against life's challenges. I'd tried everything from mindfulness to manifestation techniques, but nothing worked. Within weeks of trying the Neuro Energizer, I've become a different person. I'm doing much better at work. And I found it easy to learn the piano. For once, I'm actually getting what I want. Here's another testimonial sent by Emma from Houston, Texas. I was drawn to this for its financial benefits. I hope tapping into the Neuro Energizer would unlock the intelligence we possess as children and boost my business. And it did. The first week passed uneventfully, but by the second, my husband remarked on my increased sharpness. Fast forward a couple of months, and my business is thriving. I'm making enough to finally quit my rotten job. I'm thoroughly impressed with this. Emma from Chicago shared, growing up, my family was plagued by the notion of bad luck. No matter how hard I tried, life never seemed to go my way. But the Neuro Energizer revolutionized my life. During a recent brainstorming session at work, I had a breakthrough idea. It revitalized our entire department, and soon after, I received a promotion. At last, our family's supposed curse has been lifted. As our 92,653 beta testers discovered, the Neuro Energizer is much more effective than traditional methods such as affirmations or meditation, and it certainly costs less than a $10,000 biofeedback machine. That's amazing when you consider that it has the power to transform your career, finances, relationships, and health. At last, you can enjoy maximum brain power and live an optimal life, just as nature intended. Imagine how good it will feel to start each day full of inspiration and mental sharpness. Whatever challenges life throws at you, you'll have the acuity and insights to take them in your stride. You'll be the first to come up with ideas, pick winners, and seize the best things in life. No more making do with second best. You will upgrade your life to first class. Instead of struggling to find the right word, you'll be the leader of any conversation, whether it's small talk at parties or impressing the boss in a key business meeting. Your friends will wonder how you've suddenly become so smart at making money. They'll be jealous of your brand new car, your beautiful home, and perhaps your attractive new partner. You'll see that when you grow your brain like Einstein, opportunities are all around you. As you walk through life, each day will be better than the one before. You've struggled long enough. Now it's time to claim the good life you so richly deserve. And that's as easy as claiming your copy of the Neuro Energizer. Of course, by opening this amazing product up to the public, I'm putting my reputation on the line. As one of America's leading scientific researchers, I have to be 100% confident in the Neuro Energizer. That's why I'm proud to say I can back this product without reservation. I know that it's much more effective than the other options available. It's much faster than meditation that takes months to work, if ever. And it's more affordable than the complicated devices you see online. When you consider the impact this will have on your life, we'd be justified in charging a very high price indeed. Ask yourself, how much is a promotion worth to you or a new job with much better pay? The value must be tens of thousands of dollars at least. What's it worth to have stock picking skills that turn your nest egg into a golden goose? Heck, that's practically priceless. And what's the true value of losing weight, getting in shape, or strengthening your marriage? You might save thousands on personal trainers or counseling. If you could buy this kind of transformation for $1,000, would it be worth it? Absolutely. Think how much you've already invested in yourself over the years. A great deal of time, effort, and money, all to no avail. Now you have the chance to take the shortcut and catch up. Instead of struggling, you'll put yourself on the fast track to success. And remember, it's not just your future we're talking about. When you become successful, your family enjoys all the rewards too. You could give your children a quality education, pay off their student debts, or set them up in business. You can even help your grandkids in the same way. Perhaps your partner wants to work less and spend more time with the family. Check, you can make that happen. All this is possible, and all it takes is the 7-second shortcut. Just moments a day to change your life. With all of this in mind, my colleagues at the lab suggested charging $500 for the Neuro Energizer. That would be a bargain when you consider all the value we're offering. But I didn't start this project to make a profit. I'm a scientist, not a businessman. My only goal is to help people make the most of their potential. So I asked the team to find a way to slash the cost. In the end, we decided to cut out the middleman, offering the product on this website only. That way, we can cut costs to the bone. This means you won't have to invest $500 to secure your copy of the Neuro Energizer. We're not asking for $200 or even $100. I know it sounds incredible, but we've slashed the price all the way down to just $49. That's less than a tenth of the original price, so it's a bargain whichever way you look at it. But seeing as you've stuck with me all the way through this presentation, I have an even better deal for you. It's clear that you're serious about growing your brain like Einstein and realizing your full potential. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be here, right? So I'm going to reward that commitment by giving you an extra discount you won't find anywhere else. If you order today on this page, I'll slash the price even further to just $39. When you click the button below right now, you won't pay the standard price of $197. Not even the discounted rate of $97 that our regular customers happily invest. For the next 15 minutes only, I'm authorized to offer you the complete Neuro Energizer system for just $39. That's right, just $39 for the exact same neural activation technology that's already transformed 83,721 lives. But why at such a low price? Because our data shows that when someone experiences Neuro Energizer's effects firsthand, they tell an average of 4.3 other people about their transformation. That means your success becomes our most powerful marketing, which is exactly why I'm authorized to offer you Neuro Energizer at such a low price point today. So click the link below, get Neuro Energizer today, and unlock better memory, less brain fog, and more creativity. Now, because I want to give you the best possible results, I'm also including 3 powerful bonuses absolutely free. The first bonus you'll get is Brain Fuel, worth $39. This guide will show you how to maintain peak mental energy throughout the day using a strategic combination of nutrition habits and cognitive techniques. Inside, you'll discover the exact foods that supercharge brain power and the foods that may be causing brain fog. The second bonus you'll get is the Habits of High Achievers, worth $49. This resource reveals how the world's most successful people organize themselves for maximum mental performance. You'll discover the little-known intelligence trigger that multimillionaires use daily and the billionaire brain hack that rocketed Elon Musk to unprecedented success. These secrets have never been available anywhere else. And lastly, the third bonus you'll get is Brain Optimizer, worth $59. This carefully researched guide will reveal more advanced strategies to boost your brain power beyond what you thought possible. You'll master techniques that improve memory, accelerate learning, and unlock creativity that 99% of people will never get in their lifetime. That brings your total value today to $344, yet your investment is just $39. Think about what this means for you. In just 30 days from now, you could be waking up with crystal clear mental focus, tackling challenging work with ease and confidence, recalling names, facts, and details instantly, solving complex problems in record time, and finally feeling in complete control of your mind again. But if you don't get your hands on Neuro Energizer 30 days from now, you'll still struggle with brain fog that leaves you frustrated and unfocused. You'll still struggle with forgetting important information when you need it most. And you'll still struggle with mental fatigue that stops you from achieving your true potential. The choice is yours. But if you truly want sharper focus, faster thinking, and better memory, then click the button below now to secure Neuro Energizer at this special price and transform your mental performance today. Now, I know you might be thinking, this sounds great, but what if it doesn't work for me? Well, that's why I'm taking all the risk off your shoulders with my ironclad 60-day guarantee. You just use Neuro Energizer for a full 60 days. And if you don't experience more mental clarity, more focus, and more productivity, or if you're unsatisfied for any reason whatsoever. Simply send an email to support@neuroenergizer.com and you'll receive a complete refund of your $39 investment. So click the button below now to secure Neuro Energizer at this special discount today. And remember, this $39 price point is strictly limited to this page. If you leave and try to come back later, the discount will be gone forever. Still on the fence? Ask yourself why. Because 30 days from now, you'll either be 30 days older or 30 days older and finally tapping into your hidden mental genius. The only difference is the choice you make. If you decide to leave without trying the Neuro Energizer, you'll keep struggling with the same limitations, always feeling one step behind, wishing for sharper focus or greater confidence. But with the Neuro Energizer, you'll experience how it feels to harness the full force of your mind. You'll discover just how quickly your brain can power up, fueling every part of your life with boundless creativity, razor-sharp clarity, and unstoppable drive. So if you're serious about operating like a genius, there's really no decision to make. Just click the button and order now. Don't keep living at half capacity. Take control of your mental power once and for all. But since you're still here, I'm guessing you may have some questions. Let me cover the ones I hear most often. I've tried every brain-boosting trick I could find, and none of them worked. Why should I trust the Neuro Energizer? The Neuro Energizer isn't just another gimmick or rehashed self-help tactic. It's a science-based audio program developed through cutting-edge research on how sound frequencies can stimulate the corpus callosum, one of the major keys to Einstein-level brain power. Our method has already helped over 92,000 people experience results like sharper focus, more creativity, and increased confidence. When you combine that track record with our 60-day money-back guarantee, you can rest assured that this is truly different from everything else you've tried. Is this only for people struggling with serious brain fog, or can it help anyone seeking an extra mental edge? This program is for anyone who wants to think faster, recall information more easily, and tackle challenges with greater creativity, regardless of whether they experience mild forgetfulness or severe cognitive blocks. If you're a busy professional, a student aiming for top grades, a retiree who wants to stay mentally fit, or simply someone who's hungry for personal development, the Neuro Energizer offers a proven, convenient shortcut to a better functioning mind. Will my age affect how well this works? Age doesn't matter, because the Neuro Energizer focuses on stimulating and strengthening neural connections that are present in every human brain. Whether you're in your 20s looking to get a career boost or in your 70s hoping to stay mentally sharp, these audio frequencies adapt to your brain's unique wiring. They gently accelerate its performance at any stage of life. I'm afraid I don't have time for a lengthy routine. How long do I have to listen? That's the beauty of it. The audio track is designed to be used for just 7 seconds a day. You don't need hours of meditation or expensive sessions with a specialist. Simply listen in the morning, during a quick break, or before bed, and let the Neuro Energizer do the heavy lifting for you. Even the busiest people can fit 7 seconds into their day. Do I need fancy headphones or any specialized equipment to get results? All you need is a basic way to play the audio file, a phone, tablet, or computer. While a decent pair of headphones can enhance the experience, it isn't mandatory. Many of our users simply play it through their device's speakers and still get fantastic results. There is zero complicated tech to master. What exactly am I getting for my investment? Your investment gives you lifetime access to the Neuro Energizer audio program, which was originally valued at $500 because of the advanced audio engineering and research that went into its creation. You also receive 3 bonus guides: Brain Fuel, Habits of High Achievers, and Brain Optimizer, worth a combined $147. Altogether, it's a power-packed bundle that could easily run you into the hundreds, but you get it all today for just $39. Remember, that's a massive 94% discount on the actual value of the package. You get to put $608 back in your pocket to spend another day. Why offer such a steep discount? It makes me suspicious it might not be high quality. The discount is purely to reach more people. We could charge the full $500 and still provide amazing value, but we want to help as many individuals as possible unlock their hidden mental potential. We know what it feels like to struggle mentally and financially, and offering it at just $39 means you can take advantage of a life-changing solution without breaking the bank. I'm not very tech-savvy and worry I'll struggle with accessing the materials. Is it complicated? It's incredibly simple. After you place your order on the secure page, you'll receive immediate access to all the digital files. You can download them to your device with a single click. If you do run into any hiccups, our friendly support team is always on standby to guide you step by step, so you'll never feel lost or left behind. How quickly will I start noticing changes once I begin using the Neuroenergizer? While everyone's brain chemistry is unique, most users report feeling a mental shift within the first 1 to 2 weeks. Many notice small improvements in focus or memory even sooner, sometimes after just a few sessions. Consistent, daily use is the key to seeing the fastest and most dramatic transformations. Can I use this too much or somehow overstimulate my brain? The sessions are designed for 1 7-second routine per day, which is both safe and optimal. It's like going to the gym for a quick workout. Overdoing it isn't harmful, but it's also not necessary. Your brain will grow and strengthen in that targeted daily window, giving you the perfect balance of stimulation and recovery. How do I actually place my order? And is it safe to enter my payment details? Ordering is straightforward and secure. When you click the order button on this page, you'll be taken to a safe checkout form protected by 256-bit SSL encryption, the same technology used by giants like Amazon. Your payment details remain encrypted from start to finish, so your information is never at risk. What if I don't feel any difference after a few weeks or I decide it's not for me? That's exactly why we include a 60-day money-back guarantee. We encourage you to give the Neuroenergizer a fair shot for a full 2 months. If for any reason it isn't everything you hoped for, just reach out to our support team and we'll refund every penny, no questions asked. We're determined to make sure you have zero risk. Does this come with any ongoing costs or monthly charges I should know about? Absolutely not. You pay one time and you own the entire system for life. There are no hidden fees or subscription payments. You can listen to the Neuroenergizer as much as you want, for as long as you like, without any additional costs. What if I have a really busy schedule? Can I still make this work? Yes, the daily routine only requires 7 seconds, and you can easily do it while waking up, settling down, or even on a quick break. You don't have to devote hours of your day or rearrange your life around the program. Most people find it becomes a simple, positive habit that slots seamlessly into their routine. How do I know this works? The good news is that you don't just have to take my word for it. Just ask any of our delighted customers. To prove the point, here are more stories from people who've turned their lives around using the Neuroenergizer. Steve from Detroit couldn't focus on anything for more than a few minutes without his mind wandering. Within 2 weeks of using the Neuroenergizer, he noticed he could power through his workload without getting sidetracked. His boss was so impressed by his newfound efficiency and attention to detail that he received a surprise bonus and a fast-track promotion. Danielle from San Francisco was juggling a demanding job and family life, constantly feeling overwhelmed and stretched thin. After a month of daily 7-second sessions, she found herself breezing through challenges that used to exhaust her. She had the mental clarity to come up with fresh ideas for her team and enough energy left over to enjoy her evenings with her kids. Sam in Chicago struggled with his confidence in social situations and was convinced his brain simply didn't work as fast as everyone else's. 3 weeks into the Neuroenergizer, he realized he was effortlessly keeping pace in conversations and contributing sharp insights. He connected with colleagues in ways he never had before. As Sam put it, "I finally feel like my brain has shifted from first gear into overdrive. What do I do right now?" The best move is to take the leap and discover for yourself what thousands of others have already experienced. Click the order button, secure your copy, and start using the Neuroenergizer as soon as possible. You risk nothing thanks to our money-back guarantee, but you stand to gain a lifetime of sharper thinking and improved creativity. Plus, you'll enjoy the personal and professional breakthroughs that come with a fully optimized brain. Remember, the sooner you start, the sooner you experience the joys of a supercharged brain, but others are ordering at record speed. We now have only 3 spots left in the program, so there's not a moment to lose. Don't let the best shortcut to genius-level thinking slip right through your fingers. Neuro-Energizer is your one sure way to unlock the unstoppable brain you were born to use. If you want to wake up tomorrow with that jolt of unstoppable clarity, seizing opportunities you used to overlook and leaving the old you in the dust, don't hesitate. Secure your spot now at a whopping 94% off while there's still time. To grab one of the 3 remaining openings, click below now and place your order before they all sell out.